Hi friends, I am Madhu, welcoming you all to my channel Software Testing World. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding the requirements types. That is, in that we are going to cover what is BRS, what is SRS and what is FRS in software testing. Before starting this topic, let me tell you that kindly go through that software development lifecycle and software testing lifecycle video. Then you can understand these types of requirements very nicely. You will be getting those videos link in the description box. Kindly go through that and understand that thoroughly. Then start with this new chapter. See, as a types of requirements, we are having business requirement specification document, which short form is BRS, then software requirement specification, which is SRS, and then functional requirement specification, that is known as FRS. We will be describing and we will be discussing regarding this in detail in this current topic. First, we will discuss about BRS, that is the business requirement specification document. Generally the main SDLC process, it starts with the requirements gathering process, and in this the corresponding BA, that they are known as the business analyst, corresponding BA and the PM, that is the project manager, they are preparing the BRS document. Basically the BRS document, it consists of the complete scope of the projects, and complete scope means what are the performance or what will be the performance of the project, what is the usability of the project, what is the functions of the project. In a very high level it is mentioned in the, along with that, what is the purpose of the project of the product, and what is the functions, what are the features we are going to develop, all this, and finally what is the scope of the project. All these things are very high levelly mentioned in this BRS document. It is a formal document actually, and the BA or PM, what they are going to do, they are getting these requirements from the investors or the client or the customer, whatever you can say. Sometimes it is known as, means many people are telling this BRS as the CRS, that is customer requirement specification. What they are doing, they are getting the requirements from the client either through phones or either through verbally by doing meetings or through over the call, over the meeting. They are getting all those requirements and they are documenting it as, so it is also known as stakeholder requirement specification, and it describes, as I said you, it describes the characteristics of the upcoming project or the upcoming proposal. It is basically the project initiation document we are developing during start of the software development lifecycle. After preparing this business requirement specification document, the same business analyst or project manager who has prepared this document, they are reviewing also this document for its completeness and the correctness. While reviewing this document, they used to consider few points, that is, are they correct requirements or not, are they complete requirements or not, are they achievable requirements or not, are they reasonable requirements or not, are they testable requirements or not. These are the few points they used to consider while writing this document. As I have given you here one example, it is very simple one, adding two numbers. If we are getting a requirements from the investor that you have to add two numbers, they will be writing, they will be taking this as a adding two numbers is the business requirement specification document, as it is a very high level one. I have given you very simple example, so it will be very easy for you to understand. Then we are coming to SRS, that is software requirements specification. It is the subset of BRS. Actually SRS is derived from BRS, and the SRS tells us how we are going to develop that project or the product. If we have taken adding two numbers as an example of the BRS document, then in the SRS it is going to divide into two ways, that is, one is functional and another is non-functional. In the functional requirement, we are going to describe, while preparing this particular project, adding two numbers, two integers will be the input, then plus will be the operation and the return output. These three things we are going to consider in the functional requirement specification document. Then in the non-functional, we are going to discuss regarding blue color in the screen. The screen color should be in blue. Then it should run on Windows and Unix. If we have all these requirements, we are going to consider it in the SRS document. And after preparation of the SRS document, basically SRS document is prepared by the system analyst or system architects in the company. It is reviewed by the same person for the completeness and correctness as like that of the BRS. After completion of this BRS and SRS document, the team is going to discuss regarding the functional requirement specification document. It is a very low level document. All the requirements are very detailedly written in the functional requirement specification. Then we are going to discuss what is the difference between BRS, SRS and the FRS functional, that is the functional requirement specification. Actually, as I told prior also, BRS is a very high level document. It tells us that how the requirements of the client are going to meet on a very high level, and it usually created at the initiation of the project, that is at the start of the project, and mainly it is used by the project investors or the client, or by the middle and the upper management people, that is the business analyst or the project manager. Whereas the software requirement specification, it is the subset of the BRS, as I said you, and its main functionality and the business purpose of this is it consists of the details about the software that is going to develop, means the core functions of the, like as BRS also, it gives us the summary of the project, the scope of the project, but in a detailed way than the business requirement specification. The BRS describes what are the requirements we are going to cover in the upcoming development of the software, whereas SRS, it gives us the functional and the non-functional requirements will be available in the preparation of the or while making the software. The BRS document is getting derived by the BA from the client's requirements or the interaction we are going to do with the client, and we are preparing this document. Whereas as I said you, the SRS is derived from the BRS document. And also the BRS, as I said you, it's a very high level document, whereas the SRS is also a high level document, but we'll be getting little bit of detailed information in the SRS. Then the functional requirement specification, it gives us a very descriptive and very detailed information regarding the software we are going to develop. Means what will be the design and what we are going to develop in this particular software. Very detailed information we are getting in the functional requirements of a project or the product or the software. It gives the very low level features, or what are the implementation, what will be the implementation by the developer. All these things they are mentioning in the functional requirement specification. Also what the testers are going to test in this particular project. All these things are detailed in the functional requirement specification. And the functional requirements should be very clear and should be very simple that anyone can understand. And because after completion of the project, we are going to follow the functional requirement specification to verify that we are meeting the customer expectations or not. So it is very important document, as we are seeing that customers' expectations are met or not. Basically, the project functionality is getting described in that functional requirement specification. Here we have discussed regarding the types of the requirements, and If you have any doubts regarding this, kindly write down your doubts in the comment box. Definitely I'm going to answer all this. If you want me to cover any other topics also, you can write down in the comment box. I'm going to address all those things. Thank you for watching my video. Kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon. If you are clicking on the bell icon, you will be getting the notification while I'll be uploading a new video. Thank you once again. Bye.